Good afternoon. Are you still awake? Bear with me, okay? 3 more sessions and you're good to go for the pre-party. I hope you're excited for that. But before that, let's do a very quick exercise. I want you to take out your phone. You know Slido, I hope. In Philippines, Slido, is it something that you guys do in a company? So just scan on it. If you're not able to scan, you can just go to slido.com and put a number there. I just want to get to know whoever left in this room, so it's better to get to know each other. Okay, I'll give you a couple seconds more. Hope everybody able to scan and able to go. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is still on. All right, so just the first easy questions. If you are a developer for a solution provider, you can say solution providers. So don't worry. No. Good, good, good. At least there's still merchants here. Wow, there's a lot of others. All right, I guess it's still going to be relevant to what I'm going to talk about. So one more question, still going up. Wow, okay. Let's do the next one. So for those that is merchants and solution providers, representing your clients, if you do business in Philippines, I'd like to know where are they do the business right now? Just do the ranking. I like to see. Every time I do in Malaysia, Indonesia, I always ask these questions. I guess some of this number is skewed because a lot of non-Philippine merchant provider here. All right, social media, marketplace, offline stores. Okay, because I guess a lot of the solution provider doing non-Philippine business, but I'll assume I speak with a couple of you. I think Philippines is very similar to Indonesia. I think marketplace should be more on the top than number 3 like this, but we'll go through. All right, so this is what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to share specifically about Southeast Asia. Obviously, my point of view, a lot of it driven by Indonesia, Malaysia, but with just a few interaction with a couple of merchants here and some of the developer here. So it seems like Philippines is on very similar. So you correct me if I'm wrong. But the key is like marketplace is still winning in this region. Whatever we like to say, it's still number 1. And then we're going to talk about how to deal with it as a merchant because it's both good and bad in a certain way, right? And we'll just go from there. So very quick, my name is Muliadi. I've been 15 years in Indonesia. I used to be in the States for 16 years, so it's quite long. And that's why I'm able to learn a lot in the initial phase of the e-commerce in the US. And I thought that when I came back to Indonesia, I can bring all this knowledge back in the region and say I'm the expert of e-commerce because I've already been 10 years in e-commerce. Oh boy, I'm wrong. I have to repeat everything, reset everything because e-commerce in Southeast Asia is completely different. But it's nothing surprising because if I just do a very quick, some of the quick reasoning, right? I mean, the background of the e-commerce in Southeast Asia and in the US is very different. In the US, it's come from catalog business that's already established even years before the e-commerce is. So people already get used to it. Buying stuff without seeing the items, they fax the order. I don't know if you're old enough from the US that you do that when you do the catalog ordering. So those motion is already there, but not in Southeast Asia. That's never happened. We all go to the market. We all go to the shop. That's what we love to do, right? Infrastructure. I mean, e-commerce requires shipping. A lot of times you learn from a lot of the conferences, they say, yeah, give free shipping. That's one of the things that's most important. Just give flat shipping. You have to do that. When you go into Indonesia, and I think it's still true in the Philippines, when we're all in the archipelago, shipping costs us like a roof between certain area to certain area. You cannot give free shipping. If I don't try to ship from my Jakarta to Irian Jaya, the cost is easily 20 or 30 folds. No business can do that. So this is something that you have to adjust, right? This is not as easy as that. That's why, as a Southeast Asia region, There's so many layers of distribution being built on the top of the country, and it's still kind of rooted that way. And that's where we have to change our strategy for that, right? And the brand concept also not that strong in this region. Yes, we bring a lot of Western brand here and sell. Those are the brand not owned by local. The local brand is pretty weak. They are more into distribution. A lot of the FMCG or stuff like that, even in Indonesia, concentrating on selling volume. They're concentrating on products. How can I distribute faster? How can I sell faster? That's the motion of selling in this region. There's never a thing about like, I don't know about Philippines, but in Indonesia we have so many people. I can literally just build a business, bring a product, sell until it done. And if there's already no more I can sell, I just bring new product, I just sell it again. I don't need to build new customers. All the thing that you study the whole day about CRM, building customer loyalty, that's irrelevant to them. I just build new business every time I'm done. Then what's the motion in that? That just doesn't make sense. I mean, this is why a lot of Americans, like when they try to sell some solution in Asia, like, hey, you need to do this. No, okay, you do the loyalty. The loyalty, what do we end up to do with the loyalty point? Just another discount. Because that's what the customer was looking for. They're not looking for the loyalty point. They're looking for a discount. And that's what we trap over and over and over again. So that's why, I mean, admit it or not, the current conditions, marketplace is 85%. How big that is. Not like Amazon was still on 30, 40%. In here, Southeast Asia, marketplace is 80 to 85% of the business. If we're looking at the e-commerce only, I'm not talking about the full total business. I'm just talking about e-commerce business. So it's something that you cannot ignore. I used to be the guy that has very ideal coming from the States. Oh, you don't sell in Amazon, you have to build your brand. But when you face the questions, my business 85% is only sell in marketplace. How can I, as a consultant, say you cannot sell in marketplace? That's just not reasonable. That's suicide, right? So because it's just they make it easy. They build a lot of foundations in these regions. A lot of the things we say about the trust, the logistic, they build it, and they already make everybody comfort and used to that. So this is where we have to catch up when we have to do something outside marketplace. And that's why the barrier of entry is so high. But obviously now people start to think, because everybody talking, oh, marketplace fee is getting higher. How can we survive? Is it keep increasing? The platform fees keep increasing. How can my business survive? It's just taking my margin. I have a client selling mattress. Every mattress that he sells in the marketplace is a loss. But he's doing it for advertising purpose so that new business coming to the store, which just doesn't make sense to me. But that's how bad it is, some of the thing, right? And obviously you guys depending on the marketplace more and more because they force you to use everything inside the platform. Advertising, marketing. You can't just do your own marketing. You have to use and spend the marketing inside the platform. That's what you have to do. They just lock you down. Shopee with Shopee, TikTok with TikTok, and you continue to be trapped and trapped and trapped and trapped. But this is one of the things that we all get wrong. And we allow ourselves to be absorbed into marketplace more and more because we're thinking that marketplace is a shopping mall. And that's their promise to you. Hey, I provide you with a big shopping mall for you to sell. You build a store on my shopping mall. That's their narrative, the way that they tell you what they are. But the fact is, they are not. They are more like a department store. If you know that, then all of a sudden, everything makes sense. We complaining marketplace, I cannot get the customer's data, I cannot get this, I cannot get that, I have a high fee and everything like that. That's exactly department store is, right? And I have SM here, but not hard feeling. But that's just the way of the business, right? That's exactly what marketplace is. It's department store. They lock you in. The customer belongs to the department store. They will provide you what products sell good and things. That's exactly the motion of the department store. And the same thing with like modern market in general for the FMCG. So that's something that if we do it wrong, then all the strategies all go wrong. And we learned today the whole importance of brands. I mean, every time we go to any conference, say yes, brand is important because that's how you be stand out, and that's how you can survive. But anyway, the key is really how to make it a symphony. It's not about replacing one or the other. The fact you cannot replace one or the other is very different. It's not that you start bringing your own business in the store. It's replacing the marketplace. The same way, I know a lot of brand, I mean, if you have some of the brand here have presence in department store, you still continue sometimes selling in department store, still makes sense, but also have your own store. It's just two different business, two different strategy. But you make it work, right? That's the same thing. When you work with marketplace and your own store, it's the same thing. So some of it, sometimes maybe you already know, like, oh, you can do some product strategy. This is just an example. It's not like the guidebook on how to do it, but just to give you some idea what to do it. Some people will make a differentiation. A lot of the in the offline, the same thing. Okay, the items that I sell in the department store is going to be different than the one that I have carry on my flagship store, because it's catered for different audience. Maybe for the bargain hunter, we have a special products. I have a clients actually completely create a complete new line just for marketplace, because they own the manufacturer, so they actually manufacture a completely new line just for the marketplace. Client like we have Asics, and we also have like Levi's. They make sure that the top of the line or the new items come out always in the brand.com first. Never sell it on the marketplace. At the end, what we learn is something very easy. If you don't make it difference, they will just buy in marketplace, 100% for sure. If you make it, the price is the same, the product is the same, then they're gonna buy in marketplace. If nothing differences, that's not gonna work. A lot of my clients said, "Hey, I want to get out of marketplace," but then they're not brave enough to jump in to mix any even single differentiation because all my sales are there. Then yeah, it's never work. You're gonna do it another 5, 10 years. You're never gonna get out from marketplace in that sense. That's just not gonna work. I'm just skip a lot because I have a limited time. But another thing is pricing, right? I mean, obviously with marketplace, we know that we have to follow the discount and everything like that because that's their motion. That's how they attract more sales. Everything has to be discounted, and obviously you guys get forced to participate because if you don't participate, then you're not able to perform, right? So this is where things get a little bit tricky. Exactly, that's why, I mean, if you, let's say if you have to sell the same product, then you have to have a little bit different on the way that you do the pricing. Maybe some of the things that they do a tier pricing, exclusive offers, like make the unit selling in a marketplace different than the unit selling on your own website. Maybe on the FMCG, the bundle, the special access to it, it's go from your own website, but not in the marketplace. So there's things that you can separate out. Discount, marketplace, obviously you cannot escape for discount, but in your own brand store, you can do more than just discount, right? I think this is where all the knowledge that you learn from a lot of lessons from the brand.com, that it's important that you build things beyond just discount. Maybe from the VIP treatment, knowing your customer, you can build something more than just a price discount, something more treatment to a certain product access, early access to product, certain discount, certain treatment maybe to an event, collaboration with a lot of different stuff. So there's a lot of activity you can do beyond just discount in your own D2C, direct to customers. More personalizations, right? That you can do. You can do more personalization on your own website. This is how you collect your data of the customer and stuff like that. Very important. But you have to start there. At the end, I just want to give a couple sentences here. Obviously, we know that discount, yes, it's going to drive transactions. There's no doubt. Discount drive transactions. But the question is that bring loyalty, right? The answer definitely no. Loyalty only comes through the whole brand experience. That's why try to strategize. What's your long-term and what's your short-term? Use marketplace for fishing, but don't, after you get the fish, don't just throw it back to the sea. Try to groom it on your own pool. How can you groom that same customers? Use technology to connect the two. This is very important. How can you connect the right fish that you collect from the sea and then you can make it your own? So that's very important that you leverage the data. And that's how you win this market. Thank you. And that's it.